What's up, guys? Last build for the weekend. This one is a bit of a special one. This is the Wildcat build version number 2. These are only one dial each. This is that custom line that I had made from the guy in the UK. So we designed all the dials, lasered them out. They are lasered aluminum. Did this one in a polished 100 case with a polished tall coin bezel. You have a star engraved crown and milled caseback. You got a set of silver Moldova hands, and then just for a little bit of pop of color, I put in one of these seconds hands with the little red in there. So there is your F4F Wildcat. Yeah, got the same thing here. I was like, wait, did I grab the right box? Because I had 2 of these sitting right over there. You have a ghosted minute insert in there. So a lot of times, well, right there you're seeing it pretty good, but so what I was trying to do is, it's the sunlight is just at the perfect spot today where I'm filming, where I can see the whole thing, but a lot of times you can't see it. So that's actually a brushed dial, but just slightly brushed. So you got a silver, it's basically everything's silver on this except for one of my new straps. So whomever gets this will get the first one like this, has my logo thrown in on both sides and on the keeper from my buddy Twan over HD Straps. So tapers from 22 to 20, and then you've got a matching preview buckle that is a 20 millimeter. So this is version 2 of the Wildcat dial. So the first one actually has the top view of the Wildcat down. This one has kind of just a cool, little bit busier of a dial with the front facing. Let's just flip it around real quick so you can see there. So you got your front facing and matching over here dial. So this one, a little bit more to take care of this one. With your polish, you're going to need to have like a Cape Cod cloth or something on hand, because if you get a scratch in this, you can't just brush it in. You're going to need to buff it out. So I think this came together quite nicely. I was thinking about putting a stainless steel band on it, but I thought, you know what, that's an aviator style. Let's grab a new aviator. This is a super soft yet thick strap, so I think whoever gets this will really like this. It just has a nice pop to it. Obviously you can swap over and put a stainless steel band on it. It's going to look awesome. Now you'd probably want to get something like a beads of rice or a shark mesh hybrid, something that has polishing in it, because most of your stainless steel bands are brushed. So my engineered and oyster bands are all brushed, so wouldn't have quite gone with it, though I do have something that would have. But that's the build. The bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel, not a click style. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back, so as you're moving, it's moving and keeping your time, or helping you keep the time by putting compression on that mainspring. But before you put it on and before you set the time, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit to make sure that you are golden. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads. Let's just wind it back down, because you can go from winding it to setting it, but you can't go from setting it back to winding it. The clutch needs re-engaged from screwing it back down. So back the crown off the threads. You're going to hear it and feel it clicking. You'll know you're off the threads. You get a little bit of play there. And you can wind. And a wind is a turn clockwise as you're looking at it. Counterclockwise does not do anything, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with the rotor movement from your movement will keep your time throughout the day. But if you're going to be sitting, driving all day, make sure you just wind it a little bit longer. Can't overwind it. You have a slipping mainspring, so once you get enough input in there, it's just going to deflect. So once you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click, and you're now going to set your time. Not a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so as you're pushing prime on it, you're not putting any adverse pressures on or anything. And then I don't have any Wi-Fi right now, or I'm far enough away from my router that I can't ask anything, Alexa or anything, because it is no longer here at this old house. What time do we got? We got 7:42. I like to set these because I like to check on them a little bit later, make sure that they're keeping time. Wind that down, and that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. You're also going to get a dial matching custom box. And remember, as I said before, this is a one-off, so this is the only one like this with that dial. I have one other dial. I believe I've got a P40 Curtis left. And then that's it. So I did one of each of both versions. So this is version 2 of the Wildcat. This is going to come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. So everything there in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. And as I said before, if you scratch this polish, it's not like a brushed case. You're going to need to use something like a Cape Cod and buff it back out. You're also going to get some leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. Use a rag or something. Don't use one of your microfibers. Just let it soak in, remove any excess. You probably won't need it, but if you would use it on the inside of that thick strap. That's what's making contact with you, and that's what would dry out, would be the inside. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's actually for your domed acrylic glass, because you can scratch it. If you do, you'll put a tiny bit of this on it, and you'll buff it out with your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling that scratch, haze it, buff it out, and if it's still there, revisit it just a little bit longer. Wait a little bit, let that solidify, and then visit a little bit later, and do the exact same thing again. And that's it. That's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. You got a kick-ass watch. And that's it. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks for hanging out, guys.